Giadiv, agus Welche go RHW rang Chegesh Ila. Or hello and welcome to another RHW tutorial in Gaelic. Over the past year or thereabouts, I've had a lot of questions, queries, comments and all sorts on the videos I've uploaded about the RHW. And one that comes up more often than you'd think is how to build bridges. Now, as you may well be aware, cars generally are not amphibious. As such, big bodies of water, such as rivers for example, pose a slight problem in the logistics of getting the car from one side to the other. We solve this using bridges, of course. Now, because the rural highway is a bit of a relic, it's an odd thing, resurrected from the deepest, darkest depths of SimCity 4's code, it behaves a bit weirdly. You might have guessed this from all the starter pieces and whatnots that we have to deal with. So, I'm going to demonstrate something. Using street bridges. Oh, behave. There we are. Streets, like the RHW itself, are single tile networks. And, like the RHW, you cannot put one bridge directly next to another. This poses a problem. There are two ways around this. The first is to just use an avenue bridge, which is kind of lazy, but it does work and it looks the part. The second is, of course, to use the RHW itself, and I'll show you that in this video in addition to building an avenue bridge, I guess, because it's pretty easy to do. Right, the first things first, you notice how with that street bridge I built, the height information from this side of the river has been transferred over here. That's quite important. If you're not using a slope mod, and you really should, you'll get some very strange happenings with your bridges, especially with the RHW. So the first thing we do is flatten out an area for our embankments, and once we've done that we select avenue and we just drag it across, like so. I'm going to pick this particular plain avenue bridge here. You get this one with a NAM, I believe, I can't remember precisely, so once you've dumped that on, just connect the dots together. Same with this side. And you instantly have one perfectly good bridge across the body of water. Now, if you're using the RHW to its full potential, there's a good chance that this avenue bridge will eventually get overloaded with traffic. Oftentimes this isn't too much of a problem, because if the bridge is short like this one, the time that the traffic will spend on this bottleneck won't be that great. As such, the commute times, journey times and what have yous won't suffer too badly, even if this thing is bright red on your on your traffic screen. Okay, that's just to tidy up the slope information there. Okay, so that's the first way of doing it. You can, if that becomes a problem, you can use instead a Maxis highway, like so. I'm not a fan of Maxis highways generally, I think they look a bit artificial, but still. Oops, and we just connect that together in the same manner. It doesn't connect together very well, but it connects together all the same, I suppose. It doesn't look very nice, but it will work in-game. Okay, that's one way of going about bridge building. The second is to use the rural highway itself. Now, this can get odd, as I demonstrated a little earlier with the street. So what we're going to have to do is, firstly, clear some space on one side. The reason is that we will have to, in a few moments, use the wide puzzle piece curve things to have a lane shift, so it doesn't look all horrible and nasty. If you have ever used the one-way road bridges, you will know that the direction which you drag the bridges is kind of important. Same deal with the rural highway, except you can't change the direction of the bridge once you've plopped it down without demolishing it and replopping it, so it's a good idea to get it right the first time. Okay, remember, I drive on the left. This here is my westbound carriageway, direction of travel is this way, and the one at the top is my eastbound carriageway, the direction of travel obviously is the opposite direction. We need to drag the bridge from one side to the other in the direction of travel, like so. Now that you've done that, I'm going to pick the RHW4 plane. Don't pick the RHW2, don't. RHW4, that's the one there. And when that starts building, you should just about be able to see the yellow line on the inside of the bridge there, and if I swizzle over, you see the white line on that side. Make sure that the yellow and white lines match. Now for the other side, because we're going eastbound, we have to drag the opposite direction. So I'm going to do exactly that. RHW4 starts building. Yellow line on the inside, white line on the outside. Fantastic. Now the next thing we need to do is connect it to our existing highway network, like so. There we are. Okay, I think you might agree that this kink in the road here looks kinda daft. So, let's go to our wide curve puzzle pieces, tab across a couple of times until we get to the lane shift. Oh, it's being awkward. Okay. Sometimes with the lane shift it does misbehave, so you might have to delete the kink to get it to fit down. Okay, let's try that again. Aha, there we are. Note I've got the yellow and white lines the correct way. There we are. Fantastic. Okay, and same for the other side. Oh, no, that one's going to work straight away. Ah, there we have it. And that is one completed RHW4 bridge. So, thank you for listening. Gurv Mayagat, and I shall see you in the next video.